Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Trinity Baptist College. We are getting ready for game number 2 of our Saturday afternoon doubleheader, and game 3, the third and final game of this 3-game series between the Eagles and the Tigers from Edward Waters College. Edward Waters took game 1 today 6-1. That game ended on a line drive triple play off the bat of A.J. Alexo. He lined it hard to the shortstop, Jordan Pontius. Then from there, it looked like a routine 6-4-3 double play, but ended up turning 3. Boggs, the middleman, and Carlos Cabrera making the final putout at first. That win, thank you to Mr. Josh Jackson for texting me the information. That is win wonder number 194 for Coach Reginald Johnson. He is just 6 wins shy of 200 as a head coach of the Edward Waters Tigers. Great opportunity to pick up those 6 wins before this season comes to end. On the mound for the Eagles to start game number 2, senior Michael Kohick, who is 2-3 on the season, making his 7th start, 14th overall appearance. He has a .320 earned run average. He has pitched 39 1/3 innings. He's allowed 38 hits, 14 earned runs out of 19 total. He has walked 6 and struck out 27. Will Boggs will lead things off in game number 2, just as he did in game 1, and we'll give you the rest of the Tigers batting order as opportunity comes available. Here's a first pitch from Kohick, a fastball in there for strike 1, and game 2 is underway. Will Boggs leading off at second base. Keelan Washington bats second, he's in right. Batting third, the shortstop, Jordan Pontius. The 0-1, Boggs squares around, pulls it back in time. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cleanup hitter is Wyatt Reed, the designated hitter. Batting 5th, Caden Frankie playing first base for the Tigers in game 2. Here's a chopper foul down the left side. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the leadoff man, Will Boggs. Batting 6th in left field, Joshua Jordan. Batting 7th at third, Tyler Rich. Batting 8th, doing the catching in game 2, Christian Montesinos. Here's a 1-2 from Kohick, a breaking ball, misses a little outside and evens up the count at 2-2. Rounding out the batting order in center field, number 22, Brian Rodriguez. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's Kohick with the pitch, a breaking ball again that misses just a little bit outside. Giving the Eagles batting order as they come to bat in the bottom half of the first. Lopez is in left, Shiver in center, George in right. Dan Richard at third, Alexo at second. Here's the pitch from Kohick. Hit hard, and a great play by Richard with the field and a throw to first in time for the out. Excellent job by Dan Richard. That ball took a funny hop on him. He stayed with it, and the senior from Minnesota got the out at first. It's Richard at third, Alexo at second, or short rather, Matt Carter at second, David Cavedo at first, David Hall behind the plate, doing both ends of the doubleheader, and senior Michael Kohick on the mound. Here is right fielder Keelan Washington, who was 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored in game 1, and he takes the first pitch in the dirt for ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes. Kohick got the leadoff man, Will Boggs, on a ground ball to third. Here's the 1-0 to Washington, a good rip and a foul straight back. So Ed Waters got a run in the first in game 1, 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, 1 more in the 7th. The lone Eagles run came in the bottom of the 5th. Here's a 1-1. Washington squares around a bunt and fouls it off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I'm Ray Bureau. Dean Bureau is our cameraman. Working our scoreboard this afternoon, Miss Alexa Goodwin, a junior here at Trinity Baptist College. And the pitch from Kohick, swing and a miss in the dirt, and Hall will apply the tag and throw it around the infield. 2 away. First strikeout for Michael Kohick. 2 outs, bases empty for the shortstop, Jordan Pontius. He was the man who snared that line drive and started the game-ending triple play to end the opener here this afternoon. At the plate, Pontius had himself a triple and scored. First pitch, breaking ball, just a little bit outside. So 1 out of 3 plus a walk in game 1 for Jordan Pontius. Here's a breaking ball, just misses hitting the batter. 2 balls, no strikes. So here comes a 2-0 pitch. Kohik with the windup and the delivery. It's popped up over our heads and out of play. 2 balls, 1 strike. So the 2-1 coming from Kohik. High pop up to the right side, and that will get out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. In case you just joined us, this ball game is just underway. Will Boggs led off with a ground ball to third. Keelan Washington out on strikes. Wyatt Reed up there, top of the first. Base is empty, 2 men out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Michael Kohik with the 2-2. Ground ball towards short. Alexo dives, knocks it down. That's going to be a base hit for Jordan Pontius. Alexo ranged far to his left, got a glove on it, knocked it down, kept it out of center field. But a base hit for Pontius puts a runner at first with 2 men out. Temperatures in the high 60s, winds really picking up, blowing across towards right field. They will help a well-hit ball to right. They're going to knock down a ball that's up in the air and in left center. Here's a first pitch to Wyatt Reed, taken for strike 1. Reed cut through the wind in game number 1, got himself a 2-run homer to left field. That came in the top of the 5th. Scored Pontius on that same drive. Kohik throw to first, a close play, but the runner just back in time, and Eagles fans and players in the dugout thought that might have gone the other way. Good quick move by Michael Kohik. The 0-1 instead, another throw to first, and this time Pontius able to get back without much drama. His lead that time was a step shorter than it was on the first move over. Modest lead now. Here comes the 0-1 from Kohik in the dirt on a breaking ball. Hall throws to first, and the runner is back. Tigers stole 3 bases, all of those in the first. A double steal, and then 1 later on in the inning. Also had a man cut down stealing as well. So Kohik now with the 0-1, grounded hard toward the hole, backhanded by Alexo. Long throw, it is not in time, and here's a runner on his way to third. And Richard keeps the ball in the infield. That is an infield single for Wyatt Reed, hustling all the way, put the ball in a great spot. Pontius never hesitated, he went all the way around to third. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. Second infield hit of the inning, and it brings up the first baseman Caden Frankie for the first time today and the first time in this 3-game series. Frankie at 189 on the season, 4 runs driven in, has a runner at third and another man at first with 2 outs. 2 infield singles. Kohik trying to get out without a run scoring. Swing and a miss. Frankie may have chased one out of the zone. Kohik got the first 2 men out pretty easily. Then those 2 infield hits now have runners at the corners. Here comes the 0-1 from Kohik, a fastball that misses outside. Zach Kazik will be on the mound for Ed Waters when the 2 teams trade positions after this top of the first. Here's a 1-1. Kohik instead throw to first. Didn't look like he was really trying to get the runner, just to see if any kind of a running play might have been on. Ball and a strike. Kohick from the stretch with runners at the corners, and the pitch started to go but held up in time. 2 balls, 1 strike. Caden Frankie, sophomore infielder from Middleburg. Throws right, bats left. Here's the 2-1. This one misses outside as well. 3 balls and a strike. Kohick trying to stay away from the left-hand hitter. And waiting on deck, the left fielder Joshua Jordan. 3-1. Kohick with the pitch. Chopper towards second. A high hop, but Carter stays with it. Easy toss to first to end the inning. 2 infield hits, 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the first. No score. Bottom of the first, John Shiver will lead things off for the Eagles. He's in center field. A.J. Alexo bats second at short. Catcher David Hall will bat third. The cleanup man is the first baseman, David Cavedo. Dan Richard at third. He bats fifth. Brian Lopez will bat sixth. He's in left. Nick Macadon is the DH. He will bat seventh. Matt Carter batting eighth, playing second base. Kelvin George hitting ninth. He's in right field. They are going to face southpaw Zach Kazik, a sophomore from Fort Myers, Florida, pitched at Fort Myers High School. Kazik 2-3 on the season. This is his 6th appearance, all starts. ERA of 5.0. He has allowed 15 runs, 10 of those earned in 18 innings pitched. 9 hits, 20 walks, and 3 strikeouts for Zach Kazik. Center fielder John Shiver will lead things off. He was a starting pitcher in game 1. Had himself 2 at-bats, had a base hit and a run scored, and walked. It was part of that triple play that ended game 1. So, Zach Kazik with his first pitch, and it is a fastball, misses a little bit inside. Kazik, 6 foot 7 inches, 210-pound left-hander. And this one is up high and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Shiver ahead. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Takes this one inside. 3 balls, no strikes. Shiver, Alexo Hall, Cavedo, Richard Lopez, Macadon, Carter, and George. Josh Jordan in left for the Tigers, Brian Rodriguez in center, Keelan Washington in right. Give you the infield next chance. Here's a 3-0 to Shiver, ball 4, and the Eagles have the leadoff man aboard. Around the infield for Ed Waters, Tyler Rich at third, Jordan Ponchas at short, Will Boggs playing second, Caden Frankie at first base. Christian Montesinos is the battery mate of Zach Kazik. So a runner aboard, very good speed. John Shiver, another fast man. A.J. Alexo at the plate, good spray hitter. Kazik takes a long look. Alexo squares, pulls it back and takes strike 1. Alexo, nothing out of 3 in game 1. Drew a walk, hit that hard line drive that ended in that game-ending triple play. Here's the 0-1. This is a fastball that misses upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kazik, a big man, 6'7". Shiver, decent lead off first. And the 1-1 is popped up and out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Eagles will have some time off before their next ball game. Next Friday afternoon, a doubleheader against Voorhees College right here at Trinity Ball Yard. Here's a pop-up. Wind is going to push it toward the fence. Frankie, though, has room, and he's there to make the catch. We have a doubleheader against Voorhees next Friday afternoon and next Saturday afternoon. 4 games in 2 days against Voorhees College, a team that the Eagles defeated 23-7 just a couple of weeks ago. Here's David Hall at the plate with a runner at first and 1 out. Kazik with a long look at Shiver at first, and the pitch. Fastball misses upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. After that 4-game set with Voorhees, Trinity Baptist heads down to Miami. They will play at Florida National. The Conquistadors started baseball this season. Their first game was right here at Trinity Ball Yard. Here's a pitch. And a fastball misses up. 2 balls, no strikes. Eagles will then travel to Toccoa Falls April 20th and 21st, and they'll end the season playing at Ed Waters. First a single game here on the 27th, and then 2 at J.P. Small Memorial Park on the 28th to end the regular season. The 2-0, Shiver's off, and the pitch is inside. To throw down, not in time. Shiver's in there standing up. Stolen base for John Shiver. Runner at second. 1 out. That is his 6th steal of the season. 6 out of 8. Shiver, a good base runner. Pitch was called a strike, rather, so 2-1 on Hall. And here's a pitch. This one misses up and away. 3 balls, 1 strike. Next opportunity, we'll remind you what the Ed Waters Tigers have in store for the rest of their season following today's Game 2. Here's a 3-1. Kazik delivers. High fly ball. It's going to stay on the infield. Second baseman Boggs is there. 2 down. So 2 away with a runner at second for the first baseman, David Cavedo. David was 1 for 3 in Game 1. Had a home run in yesterday's ball game. That was in downtown Jacksonville against Ed Waters. Tigers won yesterday 10-3. Won the opener here this afternoon 6-1. Here comes the first pitch to Cavedo, and it's in there for a strike. Eagles trying to split today's doubleheader. Ed Waters looking for the sweep. Shiver, good speed, leading off second. Led off the inning with a walk and stole second. And here's a pitch that misses a little low. 1 ball, 1 strike on David Cavedo. Kazik takes a long look in. Checks his runner, now delivers the 1-1. Foul tip right into the mitt. Cavedo may have pulled off that one. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Another long look in by Zach Kazik. Here comes the 1-2. Down in the dirt, and a good block by the catcher, Christian Montesinos. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cavedo ready. Kazik Another long look, and time called. Kasich taking his time on the mound. Walked the leadoff man, got the next two, both on pop-ups. Shiver leading off second. Here comes the 2-2. Quevedo started to go, held up in time, payoff pitch coming. Dan Richard waiting on deck, looking for a chance with runners on base. Payoff pitch coming from Kasich. Shiver off on the move. There's a line drive, well hit into center field. It's down for a hit. Shiver will round third. He will score. And the Eagles take a 1-0 lead. So Shiver walks, steals second, ends up scoring a run on the RBI single by David Quevedo. See Shiver taking it easy as he gets near the plate. He wants to make sure. He's nursing a little bit of a slight leg problem. The Eagles already with a number of players out injured. 2 outs for Richard, and the first pitch is in there for a strike. Grayson Wright, recovering from that car accident. Saw a little bit of action a few days ago. Christian Draper hurt in yesterday's game. He's not available. Jeremy Rivera, he should be back next weekend against Voorhees. He has a hand injury. There's a ball well hit toward the gap, but it's going to be tracked down and caught by Brian Rodriguez, who was playing Richard to hit that way. Good fielding, good scouting, and a good running catch for the center fielder Rodriguez. Eagles get a run on 1 hit and a walk, and after 1, Trinity Baptist 1, Ed Waters 0. Go to the top of the second. The Eagles got a run in the bottom half. An RBI single by David Quevedo scored John Shiver. So Trinity 1, Ed Waters 0. Michael Kohick on the mound. Allowed 2 infield hits in the first, but no runs, and he'll face hitters 6, 7, and 8. Joshua Jordan, Tyler Rich, and Christian Montesinos. After today's ball game ends, Edward Waters also heads down to Miami. They're going to play Florida Memorial College. That's going to be a doubleheader on April 3rd. That's this coming Tuesday, a 1 p.m. start time. The next home game for Ed Waters. Next Saturday, April 7th, 2 against Morris College. Then they're going to play some tough competition at Kaiser University for a 3-game set on April 13th and 14th. A little later on in April, they're going to play the number 3 NAIA team in the country, Southeastern University. Here's a ball fisted and a nice running grab by David Quevedo off the bat of Jordan, and that is out number 1. David Quevedo returning the favor. Ed Waters has done that all afternoon. There was a diving catch by Will Boggs in game number 1. So 1 away. The Eagles now showing some leather. First pitch, hit for an out. Tyler Rich at the plate, a check swing. They're going to check down, and yes, he went around. No balls and a strike on Tyler Rich, who had himself a 2-run single in 3 trips to the plate in the doubleheader opener. Here's the 0-1 from Kohick, a breaking ball, misses outside. Count even now at a ball and a strike. After Kaiser on the 17th, Ed Waters will host University of South Carolina Beaufort. There's a fastball, and Kohik wanted the call. He didn't get it. 2 balls and a strike. Tigers at Bruton Parker in Mount Vernon, Georgia on the 20th and the 21st before that doubleheader with Southeastern. Here's a chopper down third. It's a fair ball just inside the line. Here's Rich around second, or on his way to second with himself a double. So Tyler Rich, a 1-out double right down the line. Diving effort by Dan Richard. But with 1 away, Tigers have a runner in scoring position. Richard calling time, laying it on his shoulder, wants to make sure everything's all right. He's okay. So Rich with the double, and it brings up Christian Montesinos for the first time in this series. He's hitting .286. No homers, 9 runs driven in. RBI opportunity. Here's a pitch from Kohik, a breaking ball in there for a strike. Hit number 3 allowed by Kohik. Rich hit the ball well, right inside the line. Might have been just over the right side of the bag. Here's the 0-1. This one ripped foul down the left side. Montesinos has an on-base average of .382. So he'll take what you give him. He has a runner at second with 1 man out. The 0-2, Kohik turns and fires to second, and he gets the runner. Good deke move. He went straight up with the leg, turned towards second, and picked off Tyler Rich. So 1-4 pickoff, empties the bases. 2 outs now, and a count of no balls and 2 strikes on Montesinos. The 0-2 is a breaking ball, stays up a little high, a little too long. So 1-2, an excellent move by the senior Michael Kohik. Here comes a 1-2, high fly ball into left. And that is put away for out number 3. Brian Lopez was the scheduled starter in left field, but that is not Lopez who made that catch. We'll have to find out who the new Eagles left fielder is. Anyway, we go to the bottom of the second. We have no score. Bottom of the second, Eagles lead at 1-0. Gene Rivera, Nick McAdon, Matt Carter, first 3 hitters for the Eagles. Brian Lopez was slated to start in left right before the first pitch. He left and Gene Rivera entered. So it's Rivera in left, now leading off the bottom of the second. First pitch taken up and away for ball 1. Rivera 154, 2 for 13, no homers, no RBIs. Here's the 1-0. And he fouls it off. Count even now at a ball and a strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike, Gene Rivera at the plate. Takes a fastball low and in, 2 balls and a strike. Here comes a 2-1 from Kasich, and it's fouled off to the right side. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gene Rivera's first at bat of this 3-game series. Kazak, long slow delivery, and a fastball that misses up and away. Full count on the left fielder Gene Rivera. So here comes the payoff pitch. Called strike 3, inside corner, that's out number 1. First strikeout for Kasich, 1 away. Nick McAdon heads to the plate. Base is empty. McAdon 1 for 2 in game 1, also drew a walk. Coming into today's play, McAdon an even 200. Went up some with that base hit in game number 1. Takes the first pitch, fastball inside. Some darker clouds settling in over Trinity Ball-Yard. Here's the 1-0. This one down in the dirt, 2 balls, no strikes. No rain scheduled in the forecast, but some dark clouds are starting to loom overhead. Sun has just a small hole to peek through. Here's a 2-0 coming from Kasich. Misses high, 3 balls, no strikes. Been a nice pleasant day, temperatures hovering in the upper 60s. Wind gusts have topped 15 miles per hour. Ball 4 down in the dirt. Eagles have a runner at first with 1 man out. Mentioned some injuries the Eagles are going through. Jordan Keys also out. Talked to him between games. He's going to be back by next weekend's doubleheader against Voorhees College. 2 doubleheaders, 1 on Friday, 1 on Saturday. So it was Jordan Broden who courtesy ran in game number 1. Matt Carter at the plate, had himself a base hit in the opener. McAdon at first, and the pitch to Carter is a fastball that misses up high. Carter had a base hit and 3 trips to the plate. Homered 3 times this year. McAdon, a pretty good lead off first. And the pitch from Kasich inside, and a block by the catcher Mastasinos. 2 balls, no strikes. Eagles also waiting for the return of Kevin Rivera. He's been out for a while. Told me earlier today he could be back on the active roster next weekend as well. Here comes a 2-0 and a fastball. Misses a little outside, ball 3. So 3 balls, no strikes. Carter well ahead in the count, takes ball 4 up high, and the Eagles have 2 men aboard. Second walk of the inning, 3rd overall allowed by Kasich. Brings up the number 9 hitter, Kelvin George. 2 Major League games underway. The Mets lead the Cardinals 4-1 in Queens. Mets batting in the bottom of the 6th. Nationals lead Cincinnati 5-0. Matt Adams had a 3-run homer in the 1st. Yoenis Cespedes has gone deep for the Mets. Bryce Harper drove in a run with a sac fly as well. Right here, the Eagles have 2 men on, 1 man out. Kelvin George at the plate. He led off game number 1, 0 for 3, but he drew a walk. Batting number 9, John Shiver, the leadoff man in game 2, he waits on deck. First pitch from Zach Kasich. George showed bunt, pulled it back, took a fastball up and away. George came into today's games hitting .219 with 10 runs driven in. RBI opportunity. Showed bunt on the first pitch, however. McAdon at second, Carter at first, both walked. Frankie very close on the grass. Again, George shows bunt, but he pulls it back and takes strike one. Caden Frankie in very close at first, looking for a chance to cut the lead run down at third if the ball's bunted his way. Rich even with the bag at third. The 1-1 instead, a turn and a fire towards second, and the runner is back. Kazik started to slip as he turned, but he has to make a throw. If he doesn't, you don't want him to fall down. Got off the throw, was able to regain his balance and stay on his feet. Here's the 1-1. Check swing. George held up in time. 2 balls and a strike. Montesinos out to the mound. Later this afternoon at 4 Eastern, Astros at the Rangers. Angels at the Athletics. Ohtani is supposed to make his Major League pitching debut tomorrow afternoon. He had a base hit in his first MLB at-bat on Thursday. Yankees and Blue Jays also scheduled just after 4 p.m. Giancarlo Stanton homered twice in the Yankees season opener. Here's a pitch, and this one misses up high. It's 3 balls and a strike. Kelvin George at the plate. Yankees won the first 2 games of that series, looking for 3 in a row to start the season. Here comes a 3-1. George showing bunt, pulls it back, takes one on the inside corner. So if nothing else, George is going to make Kazak work. Full count. See if Coach Copeland has runners in motion with 1 out. Another long look in, and the pitch, runners not going. Ball 4 is low and inside, and that loads up the bases. 3 consecutive walks from Zach Kazak. That's his 4th walk overall. McAdon to third, Carter to second, Kelvin George on first, and John Shiver at the plate. He led off the game with a walk, stole a base, and ended up scoring. Time called. Tigers pitching coach Ray Otero heading out to the mound to talk things over with the sophomore Zach Kazak. Told you about that doubleheader that the Tigers have against Southeastern University. Those are home games on April 24th. Ed Waters will also end its regular season in that 3-game set with Trinity Baptist College, April 27th and 28th. Trinity Baptist is hosting the NCCAA South Region Tournament from May 8th through the 11th. Ed Waters will play its NAIA Gulf Coast Athletic Conference Tournament at Georgia Gwinnett. Clouds are still forming overhead. Again, there was no rain forecast for today. Let's hope nothing starts to fall, because I'd hate to have to turn everything off. I had to do that once during the soccer season to protect the electronics. Much prefer to stay with you throughout this entire ball game. Shiver at the plate, the first pitch, good take for strike 1. It was over the plate, but after 3 straight walks, Shiver, an experienced player, making sure he gets a pitch that he really likes to hit. Here's the 0-1. This one's down in the dirt. Ball gets away. Here comes McAdon. He will score. All other runners also advance, and the Eagles now lead 2-0. So that's a wild pitch. A ball and a strike now on Shiver. 2 runners still in scoring position. Matt Carter at third, Kelvin George at second. Eagles have scored once in each inning so far, looking to tack on more here in the bottom of the second. Kazak with the pitch, and he misses upstairs for ball 2. So the wild pitch allows Macedon to score. Shiver ahead, 2 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch, high pop foul, out of play. Look out, there's a youngster in that area. Everything's all right. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Big gap in left center. Center fielder Brian Rodriguez playing Shiver to pull. Kazak taking his time. Here comes the 2-2. Misses a little high, and Shiver has worked the count full. 1 run is in, and the Eagles are making Kazak work. Payoff pitch coming. 3-2 pitch, ball 4, and that loads the bases up again. That is a 4th walk of the inning, and that's going to be it for Kazak as Coach Johnson makes the 2nd mound visit of this inning. Coach Reginald Johnson picked up career win number 194 earlier this afternoon, 6 away from the milestone 200. He's going to have a new pitcher try to get out of this bases loaded 1-out jam. Heading to the mound, number 32, Manuel Guerrera, a sophomore from Jacksonville's Inglewood High School. We'll pause here. We'll give you the numbers on the new man, Manuel Guerrera, when we come back in just a moment. New pitcher Manuel Guerrera on the mound in relief of Zach Kazak. Guerrera making his 9th appearance overall, a .759 earned run average. He's allowed 9 earned runs, 10 overall in 10 2/3 innings pitched, 12 hits. He has walked 6 and struck out 7. He inherits bases loaded, 1 out. Eagles have Matt Carter at third, Kelvin George at second, John Shiver at first. Very good speed. A.J. Alexo will be the first man that Guerrera faces. Zach Kazak, an inning and a third, 2 runs, both earned. He is responsible for all 3 Eagles on the base paths. 1 hit, 1 strikeout, 5 walks, and a wild pitch for Zach Kazak. Senior A.J. Alexo at the plate. Popped out foul to the first baseman, Caden Frankie, in the first. Good RBI opportunity for Alexo. Eagles have scored 1 in the inning, lead 2-0. Chance to tack on some more. Guerrera, a senior from here in Jacksonville, pitched at Inglewood High School, 5'9", 168 pounds. First pitch, a breaking ball in there for a strike. So he gets his first pitch over, no balls and a strike to Alexo. Breaking ball again, but this one misses low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Alexo ready. Count even, 1-1. Another breaking ball, and Alexo fouls it off. So far, a steady diet of breaking balls to the senior, A.J. Alexo. 2:53 coming into today's play. 0 for 4 total on the afternoon. Stays alive. This ball dropped down into the strike zone, and Alexo got the bat on it to foul it away. That's a good high sinker from Guerrera. Nearly caught the hitter, but Alexo stayed alive. 1 out, bases loaded, a ball and 2 strikes. This one is inside and just missed the hitter. 2-2. Here's a ball lifted. That's an infield fly rule. Alexo will be out, and the ball is caught by Tyler Rich. So 2 down. David Hall coming up to the plate for the Eagles. Hall at the plate. He popped up to the second baseman. His only trip so far in the first. Had an RBI double in game number 1, 1 out of 3 overall in the opener. Bases loaded, 2 outs. First pitch, good fastball in the inside corner for strike 1. Eagles have scored once in each inning. Threatening with the bases loaded, but now 2 outs. And this one hits the batter, and that's going to bring home a run. That's an RBI the hard way for David Hall. Matt Carter scores, and the Eagles lead 3-0. Kelvin George to third, Shiver to second. That run is charged to Kasich. David Quevedo at the plate, RBI single in the first. Bases remain loaded, 2 men out. Guerrera with the pitch, swing and a miss. This young man has a very nice curveball. No balls and a strike. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Quevedo pulled off it on the outside corner. Down in the count now, 0-2. 3-0 Eagles lead. 1 in the first, 2 in the second. Still batting. Looking to tack on a couple more. Good speed all over the bases. Jordan Broden, the courtesy runner for the catcher, David Hall. He's at first. The 0-2 coming to Quevedo. Breaking ball just misses inside and just missed the batter. And 4 walks and a hit batsman in the inning, leading to 2 runs for the Eagles. Time called as Guerrera steps off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fastball misses up and away. It's 2-2. So 2-2. Tigers infield playing back, trying to knock it down, get a force out at any base. Here's a 2-2, high pop up, shallow center field. Rodriguez is right there to make the play and retire the side. Eagles get 2 runs, 4 walks and a hit batsman. They leave the bases loaded. After 2, Trinity Baptist leads it 3-0. Top of the third, 9-1-2. Brian Rodriguez leading things off for the Tigers. His first at-bat of game number 2. In the opener, he was 1 out of 3. Leading things off, Eagles lead it 3-0. Top of the order on deck, Will Boggs. He's followed by Keelan Washington. First pitch, a good hard fastball on the outside corner for a strike. Kohik winds and delivers. High fly, well hit into center field. The wind's going to push it back towards Shiver. He's there to make the catch. The wind will knock down the high flies to the left side of the field. Might give some aid to the ones hit toward the right field corner. One away for the second baseman, Will Boggs. He led off with a ground ball to the third baseman, Dan Richard. Good curve ball from Kohik in there for a strike. Reds have gotten a run, trailing the Nationals 5-1. Top of the 5th in Cincinnati. Breaking ball misses outside and low. Mets lead the Cardinals 4-1. Cardinals batting in the top of the 7th. Here's a 1-1, line drive and a base hit in the left. Boggs aboard with a single. Good hard line drive for Will Boggs. 4th hit of the game for Edward Waters. Keelan Washington, the former Conqueror, at the plate. Told you a lot about Keelan during the opener. He had a home run in yesterday's ball game downtown. First homer of the season. Runner at first, 1 out. First pitch to Washington is a high drive towards right in the corner and hooking foul. It had home run distance. We told you get one down the line in right. The wind will give it some help, but he was out in front of it. It was over the fence. Long strike 1 for Washington. 340 down the right field and the left field lines, bigger than many major league ballparks. Here's the 0-1 from Kohik. Outside corner for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Throw to first, and the runner is back in time. Kohik has picked off a runner. He got Tyler Rich off second base in the 2nd inning. Nationals got a run in the 5th, leading now 6-1. Reds batting in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the 0-2 from Kohik, a breaking ball that just misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cleveland at Seattle later on this afternoon. Back to about 45 minutes away from the first pitch. Tell you the night games, we get another opportunity. Here's the 1-2, throw to first. Close play, but he's back. Boggs had a big lead and took a little stutter step, was able to dive back in just in time. Now Coach Johnson heading out. Looks like he's going to talk things over with the base ump. Wants to know if Kohik might have made an illegal move. 6-10 start between the Red Sox and the Rays. Of course, let's not forget about the Final Four tonight. 6:10 p.m. Number 11, Loyola. Number 3, Michigan. And then a second game between 2 number 1 seeds, Villanova and Kansas. Loyola, Chicago, the 11th seed. They're playing in the Final Four. That Villanova-Kansas game scheduled for 8:49 p.m. Both of those games on TBS. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Keelan Washington at the plate. Kohik from the stretch. The pitch swung on and missed. He struck him out. Second time that Kohik has gotten Washington. 3rd strikeout overall for the right-hander. 2 outs with Boggs at first. Jordan Pontius at the plate. He singled in the 1st. Got it right up the middle. Alexo knocked it down but could not make the throw to first. So the first pitch to Pontius, breaking ball for strike one. Twins and Orioles at 7:05, Cubs and Marlins at 7:10, Phillies and Braves at 7:10. Here's the 0-1 from Michael Kohick. Throw to first, another close play. Kohick has a very quick move to first. He has cut down the lead from Will Boggs by at least a full step. White Sox and Royals at 7:15. Here's the 0-1 from Kohick. Well hit towards right. George, though, is there to make the play, and that retires a side. A hard line drive for out number 3. A hit and a man left. Bottom of the third, Eagles 3, Tigers nothing. Bottom of the third, Eagles lead 3-0. 5, 6, and 7 due up. Dan Richard, Gene Rivera, Nick Macadon. Eagles got 1 in the first, 2 in the second. They drew 4 walks. David Hall had an RBI hit batsman in that inning. Nick Macadon scored on a wild pitch. So the Eagles up 3-0, trying to earn a split of this Saturday afternoon doubleheader. Dan Richard will lead things off. Lined out very hard into center to end the first inning. That was a nice running grab in the right center field gap from Brian Rodriguez. Tigers have played terrific defense, as they always do. Here's a hard ground ball. Diving stop by Rich. Throw to first, and just as I say, excellent defense. They proved me right once again. Tyler Rich with the diving grab. He gets up and makes a good, true, strong throw to first for out number 1. Richard hit the ball hard both times up, nothing to show for it. Here's Gene Rivera. He was called out on strikes his first time up. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Richard making a bid for extra bases, but Tyler Rich with a Gold Glove effort at third base. Here's the 0-1. Another breaking ball and a good one for strike 2. Every time I see this Ed Waters team, I see plays like that left and right. Here's a hard ground ball right at the shortstop, Pontius. True throw to first for out number 2. Rivera hit it very hard, but Pontius was right there. All he had to do was come in a couple of steps to shorten up the throw. Nick Macadon walked and scored his last time up. Eagles have hit the ball hard the entire day, only to find Tigers flashing the leather. First pitch from Guerrera. Curveball in there for a strike. Guerrera came in last inning with 1 out. A run scored while he was on the mound, but not charged to him. This one misses, low and outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Got out of the inning without any more damage being done. Here's the 1-1, low and outside, 2 balls and a strike. So the 2-1 coming from Guerrera. Chopper toward the hole. Rich gets a glove on it. This time unable to make the catch, and that's a base hit for Nick McAdon. So the Eagles find a hole, get a 2-out single. Nick McAdon at first for the second time today. So the hard hit balls are getting caught. Little easy ground ball, a little too far out of reach, results in a base hit. That's baseball for you. Matt Carter at the plate. He walked and scored his last time up. First pitch, breaking ball, low and outside. Carter drew a 4-pitch walk, came around and scored the second run of the inning, the 3rd overall for the Eagles. Good lead by McAdon. Here's a looping liner towards second, and Boggs will make the easy play to first to retire the side. A base hit and a man left. After 3, Eagles lead 3-0. Top of the 4th, Michael Kohick has pitched 3 scoreless innings so far. 4 hits, 2 of those infield hits. He hasn't walked anyone, he's fanned 3. He will face the heart of the order, 4, 5, and 6. Wyatt Reed, Caden Frankie, Joshua Jordan. Eagles with a run in the first, 2 in the second, lead 3-0. West Coast games tonight in the majors. Rockies at Arizona at 8:10 Eastern. Milwaukee is in San Diego at 8:40. The Giants and the Dodgers at 9:10 Eastern time. Detroit and Pittsburgh rained out already for the second time this season. They've only played 1 game, a 13-10 extra inning affair yesterday afternoon. Here's Wyatt Reed, the DH. He singled his first time up, 1 for 1. That was the second of 2 infield hits the Tigers put together in the first inning after the first 2 men were out. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Kohick has worked quickly, has gotten ahead of most of the hitters. Here's the 0-1. Fastball misses up and away. One ball, 1 strike. Breaking ball outside, 2 balls and a strike. Reed drove in 4 runs in game number 1. Tigers won it 6-1. Beautiful curveball in there for strike 2. Reed had an RBI in the first, 2-run homer in the 5th, and an RBI sac fly in the 7th. And this one misses low and outside. That fills up the count. Three balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Breaking ball lifted up in the air. Hall in foul ground. It's going to call off Richard, and Hall makes the play for out number 1. So 1 away. Kohick has gotten all 4 men leading off innings so far this afternoon. 1 out, first baseman Katie Frankie at the plate, 0 for 1, a ground ball to the second baseman. Here's a pitch, breaking ball in the dirt. One ball, no strikes. Fastball misses up and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Here comes a 2-0, a swing and a miss. Two balls and a strike. Kohik winds and delivers. Fastball misses outside. It's 3-1. So the 3-1 coming from Michael Kohik. Grounded towards first, bounces right over the bag. Fair ball, and Quevedo makes the play unassisted for out number 2. 2 outs, bases empty. Here's a left fielder, Joshua Jordan. He hit a line drive. Looked like it was going into right field in the second, but Quevedo made a nice running grab of it. No balls and a strike. A good curveball from Kohik. Wasn't hit overly hard. That allowed Quevedo to take a number of steps and make the play. Here's a chopper to Richard. Fields cleanly, true throw to first in time. A 1-2-3 inning, the second one out of 4 for Michael Kohik. Bottom of the 4th coming up. The Eagles lead it 3-0. Kelvin George will lead things off for the Eagles in the bottom of the 4th. He's followed by John Shiver and A.J. Alexo, 9, 1, and 2. Temperature starting to cool down into the mid-60s. Been a pleasant afternoon here at Trinity Ball Yard. Eagles trying to gain the split of this Saturday afternoon doubleheader. They lead it 3-0 as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Kelvin George walked his only trip to the plate in game number 2, was left at third base. First pitch from Guerrera, slapped foul, no balls and a strike. Manuel Guerrera with the 0-1. Fastball misses inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes the 1-1 and a breaking ball line toward the gap and into center field for a base hit. That gap right up the middle. Kelvin George finds a hole, hits it hard for a base hit. Leadoff man aboard for the Eagles in the bottom of the 4th. Second hit off Guerrera, number 3 overall for the Eagles. Leadoff man John Shiver has walked twice, stolen a base, and scored a run. The Eagles have hit the ball hard all afternoon. The last couple of ones that they've hit have found holes. Good play by the first baseman Frankie, keeping the runner close. Throw to first, and the runner's back. Kelvin George very fast. Eagles have a lot of speed on their roster. First pitch, Shiver squares, lays down the bunt, has a chance to beat it. Rich throws to first, a nice play. And Frankie kept his foot on the bag. A close play at first. That is a successful sacrifice for John Shiver. Rich picks it up, throws it in one motion, gets the out at first, one away. Kelvin George moves into scoring position. Shiver hustling all the way, nearly beat the throw. A little bit off the mark. Frankie kept his foot on the bag. Frankie at 6'1", using every bit of that frame. A.J. Alexo at the plate. Hot shot off the glove of Frankie into right field, a base hit. Here's George around third. Washington's throw is in the dirt, and the Eagles lead 4-0. RBI single for A.J. Alexo. We told you they've hit the ball well all day, but they're starting to find some holes now. 4-run lead for Trinity Baptist. Alexo at first, another good, fast, good base runner. David Hall at the plate. George led off with a single. The sacrifice from Shiver turned into a run on the RBI hit from A.J. Alexo. Manuel working quickly, and this one is inside. Manuel Guerrera on the mound. First run that he has allowed charged to himself. Chopper could be two. Pontius to Boggs to first, double play. 6-4-3 retires a side, but the Eagles get a run on 2 hits. Nobody left after 4. Trinity Baptist 4, Edward Waters nothing. Bottom third of the order, Tyler Rich, Christian Montesinos, Brian Rodriguez due up for the Tigers, who trail 4-0. Michael Kohick has gone the distance so far for Trinity Baptist. 4 scoreless innings, 4 hits, 2 of them on the infield. No walks, 3 strikeouts. Tyler Rich doubled his last time up. He's 1 for 1. Had a 2-run single in game number 1 as well. Kohick's been in a groove, mostly by getting ahead of the hitters early in the count. Here's the first pitch, and a strike call on the outside corner. Kohick is also working quickly, which keeps the defense on its toes. Here's a fastball that misses up high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Eagles have not committed an error any time in this series. Game 1 today, series opener yesterday, and so far in game 2. High pop up. Shallow center. Shiver charging in, and this one's going to get down for a hit. Nobody covering second. The wind took it away from Shiver, knocked it down. Alexo coming from shortstop to try to make the play, but that's a base hit for Tyler Rich, his second of the game. 3rd of the afternoon. Tough break for the Eagles. The wind took it away from Shiver, knocked it down. George was playing more toward the line. He was unable to get there in time. Break for Rich and Ed Waters. Leadoff man aboard for Christian Montesinos. Went down on strikes his first time up. Breaking ball in there for a strike. The wind has been gusty on and off all afternoon. Here's the 0-1. Into left field, that's a base hit. Rich will turn at second and put on the brakes. 2 hits to open the inning for the Tigers. Number 9 hitter Brian Rodriguez due up. Courtesy runner for the catcher now at first base. Number 1 freshman Malik Mitchell from Ormond Beach, Florida. Two on, nobody out for Rodriguez. A bloop single and a well-hit ground ball into left. Rodriguez shows bunt. Breaking ball is in there for a strike. Montesinos found the hole halfway between Alexo and Richard, got the base hit. Here's the 0-1 coming from Kohik. And again, he squares around. Did he pull it back in time? Yes, he did. The pitch was outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rodriguez started to go for it, but held up in time. Count now even at 1-1. Kohik turns, looks at second. That's how he got a pickoff. In fact, that was Tyler Rich in the second that he caught stranded off second base. Now the 1-1. The bunt is down. It's a good one. He could beat it out. Kohik is going to hold on to the ball, and that's a 3rd hit of the inning, and nobody out with the bases loaded. A bloop, a chopper, and a bunt have loaded the bases with nobody out. Will Boggs now at the plate. Hit number 7. And the first pitch to Boggs. Good curveball for a strike. Bases loaded, nobody out. Kohik in a jam for the first time today. And the 0-1 slapped foul, no balls, 2 strikes. Corner infielders even with the bag. They'll look to come home. Alexo and Carter both at double play depth. They'll concede the run for a chance to turn 2. Here's a pitch. Chopper towards second. Alexo to Carter. Throw to first, not in time. Alexo bobbled the ball. No error charge, but missed opportunity for a double play. That'll be an RBI fielder's choice for Boggs. He's at first. Rodriguez is cut down 6-4, 1 away. Rich scores. Montesinos at third. It's now 3-1. Keelan Washington at the plate. And that little bobble may have cost the second out. First pitch to Washington. He pops it foul out of play. So no balls and a strike. Washington has gone down on strikes both times to the plate. And a breaking ball misses low and away. Washington will be very tough to double up. Runners at the corners. Montesinos at third. Boggs at first. He just drove in a run with a fielder's choice. Throw to first, and the runner's back. Kohik is ready. Here comes the 1-1. Throw to first. Very close play. Boggs had a little stutter step towards second, but he was able to get back in time. 1-1, 1 out. Kohik again, throw to first, and they got him. Boggs again with that stutter step towards second. That's a second man that Kohick has picked off. So 2 away with a runner at third. Count of 1-1 on the hitter right fielder, freshman Keelan Washington. Kohick has a good chance to get out of this inning with only 1 run scoring. Here's the pitch. Ground ball. That's going to be a tough play for Richard. Throw to first. It's close, but in time, Kohick does get out of the inning. 1 run, 3 hits. 1 man left. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Eagles lead it 4-1. Bottom of the 4th, the Eagles lead it 4-1. A run in the first, 2 in the second, 1 more in the 4th. David Quevedo will lead things off. He had an RBI single in the first to bring home that first run. Hit the ball well in the second, flew out, so he's 1 out of 2. That drive into center field. First pitch from Guerrera. Misses inside for ball 1. 3 hits to start the inning, loaded the bases for the Tigers. Kohick got out of it with just 1 run scoring. Excellent job by the senior. Here's a hot shot into left field and a base hit for Quevedo. His second of the game, and again, the Eagles have the leadoff man aboard. That's the 3rd time in 5 innings the first batter has reached. Brings up the 3rd baseman, Dan Richard. Eagles making good contact. They've had many balls caught today. They're finding holes the last couple of innings. Good lead by Quevedo. Here's a first pitch, a breaking ball, lofted into right field. Washington giving chase. He's there. Thought about throwing the first for the chance at the double play. The speed of Keelan Washington allowed him to make the catch. So Richard denied for the 3rd time this game. He's hit the ball hard, very hard actually, the first 2 times up. This one looked like it might drop in. Washington ran it down. 1 out, runner at first. Daniel Burnsett is going to be a pinch hitter for Gene Rivera. Rivera, nothing out of 2. Giving way to number 30, pinch hitter Daniel Burnsett. He was a DH in game number 1, was 0 for 2. Check that, 0 for 1. First at bat of game number 2. Throw to first, runner back in time. Quevedo led off with a nice solid single into left. Swing and a miss. No balls and a strike. Richard popped up into shallow right. Washington ran it down. 1 out, time called. Burnsett going to head over and talk with Coach Copeland. Everybody's ready now, Burnsett heading back to the plate. No balls and a strike. Throw to first. And the runner's back in plenty of time. Left fielder Jordan well off the line. A lot of room down the left field line. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Burnstead out in front of it. Now down, no balls, 2 strikes. Tyler Rich also playing off the line at third base. The 0-2 popped up, shallow center field. Both Rodriguez and Washington are there. They collide, but Rodriguez makes the play, and it looks like both young men are okay. Two men colliding, going that fast to the ball. Those are big men out there, too. Thankfully, everyone's all right. Quevedo returns to first. Nick McAdon at the plate. 1 for 1, a walk and a run scored, and a base hit. Quevedo led off the inning with a base hit. He's still at first, 2 outs. No action in either bullpen. Throw to first. This one's much closer. And Quevedo back just in time. Guerrero wanted that call. He did not get it. Guerrero against Kohik on the mound now. Another throw to first. This time Guerrero didn't even come to a set position. Quick throw to first. Quevedo back. Two outs. No count on the batter, Nick McAdon. Quevedo shortens up his lead just a bit, and the pitch. Foul tip. McAdon walked with 1 out in the second, eventually scored. Eagles got 2 runs in that inning without the benefit of a hit. They drew 4 walks, and David Hall was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. Another run scored on a wild pitch. Throw to first. This one nearly got away from Frankie. He pulled it in to keep the runner at first. No balls and a strike. Nick McAdon at the plate. Another throw to first. And Manuel Guerrero paying a lot of attention to the runner, David Quevedo. Here's the 0-1. High fly ball towards center. Rodriguez giving chase. The wind knocks it down, but he makes a running catch. Looked like he was about to make a dive, but stayed on his feet and ran it down. The speed of the outfield led to 2 outs in the inning. A base hit and a man left at first. After 5, the Eagles lead 4-1. Top of the 6th, 3-4-5 due up. Jordan Pontius, Wyatt Reed, Caden Frankie for Edward Waters. Gene Rivera has re-entered back in left field. Burnstead pinch hit for him. Rivera now back on the defensive side. Kohik has done a terrific job. 1 earned run through 5 innings, 7 hits. Only a couple of those really hit all that hard. Kohick got into a big jam last inning. The first 3 men reached. He got out of it with only 1 run scoring. So 4-1 Eagles lead. Kohick ready. Official writing down the lineup changes. Here's Kohick with his first pitch of the inning. Fastball low for ball 1. There's some action in the Eagles bullpen. We have an obstructed view. I can't quite see who it is just yet. This one is fouled away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kohick has been very good on the mound here in game number 2. Here comes the 1-1. Curveball misses outside. 2 balls and a strike. 2-1, ground ball towards short. Alexo, one-hand field, throw to first. That is not in time. Alexo double clutch before he got off the throw, and that cost him the out. We'll see how that's scored. Alexo with the double clutch, hustling all the way is Jordan Pontius. However it's scored, that puts the leadoff man aboard. No indication as of yet. Wyatt Reed at the plate, runner at first, nobody out. Kohick with the pitch, well hit in the left field. That is down and up against the fence. Here is Pontius around third. He will score, and that is an RBI double for Wyatt Reed. That first play scored an error. So Pontius all the way around from first on that double. The run is unearned, but it's on the board, and it's now 4-2. RBI double for Wyatt Reed. Runner at second, nobody out. Here's a first baseman, Caden Frankie. Now a substitution in left field. Jordan Broden is heading onto the field. So Jordan Broden now in left. And a timeout called as the Eagles head to the mound. Coach Copeland as well. We'll pause here as we write down the defensive changes, and we'll be back in just a minute on TBC Eagles. All right, so everybody ready now. We have a runner at second. Nobody out. 1 run is in. Caden Frankie at the plate. Jordan Broden in left. And the pitch swung on and missed. What I did not catch, Gene Rivera went out to left field to start the inning, but right before the first pitch, Eston Alberry replaced Rivera. Alberry just came out. There's a pitch fouled back. No balls, 2 strikes. Alberry's the man who lost his footing on that last drive, and now Jordan Broden is in left. So Broden batting in the number 6 spot in the order for the Eagles. Here comes the 0-2 from Kohick. Breaking ball, misses outside. Kohick really wanted the call, but he didn't get it. Nick Macadon's a man in the bullpen for the Eagles. Here comes the 1-2. In the dirt, a good block by David Hall. 2 balls, 2 strikes. McAdon in the batting order as a DH, so he has the opportunity to warm up. Two balls, 2 strikes. And here's the pitch. Fastball misses outside, the count is full. The error to open the inning has led to a run. Nobody out, runner at second. Here's the payoff pitch. Long drive, well hit in the right field. George is heading back, and it is gone. Line drive, home run. 2-run shot, and we are tied at 4. Tigers fans come to life on the 2-run homer by Caden Frankie. He was 0 for 2 coming into that at-bat. And that 2-run homer ties the game. That's a second home run of the afternoon for the Tigers. They had one in game number 1. Tyler Rich went deep to left. And that looks like that might be it for Michael Kohick. That is all for Kohick. 5+ innings, 9 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned. Didn't walk anybody, and he struck out 3. He will give way to Nick McAdon. Give McAdon a chance to warm up. We'll tell you all about him when we come back in just a moment on TBC Eagles. Nick McAdon in relief of Michael Kohick, who did a very nice job, but he cannot win it now. It's tied at 4. Nobody out. Tigers batting in the top of the 6th. 3 runs in, 2 of them earned. McAdon making his 12th appearance. He's pitched 12 1/3, 730 earned run average. 10 earned runs in those 12 1/3 innings. He will face Joshua Jordan as his first man. Tigers have rallied for 3 to tie the game. Jordan lays down the bunt. Throw to first, not in time, into right field, but backed up by Carter. That is a bunt single for Jordan. So an error and 3 consecutive hits for the Tigers in the top of the 6th. They have tied the score. Eagles at one point led 4-0. 4 so far unanswered runs by the Tigers have tied it up. Rich squared around a bunt, pulled it back, and took ball 1. Runner at first, still nobody out. McAdon steps off, looks the runner back. Time called. Jordan doing a little uniform adjustment, getting rid of the batting gloves on the base paths. 1 ball, no strikes to Tyler Rich. Squares around, chases one, strike 1, throw to first, and the runner back in time. Rich singled and scored in the 5th. That bloop single started that 1-run scoring opportunity for the Tigers. Tries to bunt this time, fouls it off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rich doubled in the 2nd, so he's 2 for 2. 3 out of 5 overall in the doubleheader. Breaking ball, strike 3 called. That's 1 away. First strikeout for Nick McAdon. Christian Montesinos, the Tigers catcher. He is 1 out of 2. He's stepping up with a runner at first and 1 man out. So McAdon trying to stop this rally, give the Eagles a chance to reclaim the lead in the bottom half of the inning. Breaking ball misses outside. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 6th, Matt Carter, Kelvin George, John Shiver due up for the Eagles. Throw to first, and Quevedo made a nice lunge to make the snag and keep the runner at first. 1 ball, no strikes on Montesinos. Runner's going, ball's in the dirt. Hall will not make the throw. That's a stolen base for Jordan. Now a runner in scoring position. 2 balls, no strikes is the count on Montesinos. 2-0 pitch, fouled out of play to the right side. Wind is blowing that way, so no chance for Quevedo. Tigers got a run in the 5th, 3 more in the 6th to tie it up at 4. Here's a 2-1, a breaking ball, swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Trinity got a run in the 1st, 2 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd to take that earlier 4-0 lead. Two and 2 the count. And the pitch is outside and gets away from Hall, and that allows Jordan to take 3rd base. So a wild pitch puts a runner at 3rd, and it fills up the count on Montesinos. All 4 infielders in on the grass. McAdon winds up, a chopper over the head of Matt Carter and into center field for an RBI single. Tigers lead for the first time in game number 2. So Jordan bunted his way aboard. He stole 2nd, went to 3rd on a wild pitch, scored on the chopper into center field. 5-4, Ed Waters leads. Here's Brian Rodriguez. He is 1 out of 2, bunted his way aboard in the 5th. First pitch, fastball, called, strike 1. Rodriguez did not like that call a bit. Here's the 0-1, in the dirt, blocked by Hall. That's the risk you run when you draw the infield in. That chopper probably would have scored the run anyway had the infield been back, but cost the Eagles the out. Throw to first, runner is back. So a ball and a strike, 1 out. Montesinos at first. His courtesy runner, Mitchell. And this ball's in the dirt. Mitchell takes off. The throw is good and in time. And Mitchell is out at 2nd. Excellent throw by David Hall to cut down the courtesy runner, Mitchell. Trying to take 2nd base on a ball in the dirt. So 2 outs now and the bases are empty. Rodriguez, 2 balls and a strike. Ball 3 is downstairs. Action in the Tigers bullpen. They lead now 5-4. Three balls and a strike. McAdon winds and delivers. Strike two on the inside corner. Here's the payoff pitch, a bouncer toward the hole. Carter fields, throws to first, in time. Great backhand and a quick turn and a release by Matt Carter. He gets the runner at first. And that retires their side, but 4 runs in the inning. A 2-run homer from Caden Frankie. Tigers tack on another and take the lead 5-4 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th, Matt Carter, Kelvin George, John Shiver, the 3 scheduled Eagles at the plate. 4-run 6th. Gave Ed Waters a 5-4 lead. The go-ahead RBI hit from Christian Montesinos. Great manufactured run. Josh Jordan bunted his way aboard, stole second, went to third on a wild pitch, and scored on a chopper that went over the head of Matt Carter into center field. Here's Carter at the plate. He has walked and scored and grounded out to second. Guerrera still on the mound. His first pitch misses low and inside. Guerrera has gone 3 2/3, all in relief. 1 earned run. There's a hard hit ground ball towards short, but Pontius with a nice play and a throw to first is in time. Carter hit it hard, but out. Kelvin George at the plate. Singled and scored his last time up. Drew a walk in the second, so 1 for 1 with a run scored. Guerrera's allowed 4 hits. First pitch misses. Montesinos turning around, wanting to know where that ball was. 1 ball, no strikes. Guerrera has not walked a man, he's not struck out a man either, but he's gotten the outs when needed. This one misses inside, 2 balls, no strikes. Strike called on the inside corner. George taking all the way. Guerrera's retired 5 in a row. Here's a 2-1 to George, a chopper, going to be a tough play. Rich charging in, gets rid of it in 1 throw, a close play, but he's out. George can run, Rich charged hard, and we've seen that a few times today from the third baseman. Very quick release, the throw is true, and that's out number 2. 2 down for John Shiver, base is empty. Shiver has walked twice, laid down a sac bunt. No official at-bat, but he has stolen a base and scored a run. First pitch, check swing, ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. Fastball down the middle, Shiver taking strike 1. Here's the 1-1. And this one's slap foul, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mets lead the Cardinals 6-2. Cardinals batting in the top of the 9th. Washington 7, Reds 3, bottom of the 7th in Cincinnati. Here's the 1-2. Well hit line drive into center field, but it's right at Rodriguez. Came in on it, then went back right where he started and made the catch. Very hard hit ball from Shiver. We've seen that all day long off the bats of the Eagles. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the 7th. Ed Waters leads 5-4. Top of the order due up for Ed Waters in the 7th. Will Boggs, Keelan Washington, Jordan Pontius. Eagles led 4-0. Ed Waters has come back with 5 runs in the last 2 innings to take a 5-4 lead. Top of the 7th of game number 2, final game of this 3-game series. Saturday afternoon doubleheader between the Ed Waters Tigers and the Trinity Baptist College Eagles. Toronto got a run, still batting in the bottom of the 1st, 1-0 Blue Jays over the Yankees. Angels 1, Oakland 0, top of the 2nd in Oakland. Cleveland got 4 in the top of the 1st in Seattle. Mariners coming to bat for the first time. Here's Will Boggs, drove in a run with a fielder's choice his last time up. Breaking ball misses, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Hard ground ball into center field. A leadoff single for Will Boggs, his 2nd of the game. So a leadoff hitter at first. Keelan Washington due up. Keelan 0 for 3, a couple of strikeouts and a ground ball to 3rd. No action in Eagles bullpen. Tigers have a man up. Can't see who it is. That blue fence down the right field line blocks the view, but I do see some ball being thrown back and forth. 1 ball, no strikes on Keelan Washington. Squares around a bunt, pulls it back, takes ball 2. Good to see Keelan. Got a chance to say hello to him this afternoon before the first ball game started. Former Trinity Christian Academy Conqueror, played his high school ball here, got to know him pretty well over the last couple of years. Squares around and bunts this one foul. 2 balls and a strike. Boggs aboard at first, he singled his way on. Washington at the plate, ahead 2 balls and a strike. Again, he squares around a bunt, throw to first, runner back in time. Pitch was called, strike 2. So a count of 2-2 on Washington. Two balls, 2 strikes. McAdon with the pitch. This one gets away from him and Hall's able to make the catch and keep the runner at first. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Pontius on deck, followed by Reed and Frankie. Payoff pitch, runner not going. Line drive into center field, a base hit down in front of Shiver. First 2 men have reached. Shiver gets the ball back into second, a close play, but Boggs is back. First hit of the game number 2 for Washington. Had a couple of hits in the opener, so third of the afternoon. Jordan Pontius at the plate with 2 men on and nobody out. He led off the 6th, reached on an error, ended up scoring a run. Two on, nobody out, both runners on the move, a line drive past Carter into right field, a base hit. Boggs will score, Washington will stop at third, an RBI single for Jordan Pontius. Well, if Carter could have made that play, that would have been a triple play easily. We had a line drive triple play to end game number 1, just out of the reach of Matt Carter. 6-4, Tigers lead. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Eagles have action in the bullpen now. McAdon delivers a first pitch to Wyatt Reed, a breaking ball outside. All sliced away from Carter on that last base hit. Here's the 1-0. Inside, 2 balls, no strikes. Both runners going on the pitch. Eagles had a chance to turn 3, but the ball sliced away. Good, clean RBI single. Look toward first. Now David Hall heading out to the mound. Both bullpens are busy. Can't see either pitcher. I can see the catchers. That's it, with the obstructed views down each line. So we'll see if Guerrera heads out to the mound in the bottom of the 7th. Right now, he is the pitcher of record for Ed Waters. 2 balls, no strikes. Breaking ball misses inside for ball 3. Three and 0. Here comes the pitch. Chopper into left field and a base hit. That'll score Washington. Pontius pulls up at second, and it's now 7-4. Third time today that Washington has crossed the plate. First time in game 2. RBI single for Reed. He's had a very big afternoon. 2 RBIs in game 2. 4 in the opener. 6 runs driven in for Wyatt Reed. Still nobody out. First and second for Caden Frankie, who went deep for a 2-run homer his last time up. Takes a curved ball for strike 1. David Hall out to the mound. In action in the bullpen. Still can't see who it is. Pontius at second, Reed at first. Both drove in runs with singles. Pitch from McAdon is sliced foul and into the batting cage area. No balls, 2 strikes. For Frankie, that was his first home run. RBIs 5 and 6. That 2-run shot he hit an inning ago. Swing and a miss. He is out on strikes. So 1 away. Brings up the left fielder, Joshua Jordan. Bunted his way aboard last time up. Stole the bag, ended up scoring the go-ahead run for the Tigers, who now lead 7-4. This one is popped up and out of play. Final score from New York, the Mets 6, the Cardinals 2. All game just going final a moment ago. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball hit well into center field. Shiver drifting back. He's got it. Makes the catch. Runner tagging from second. He will head into third. And there are 2 away. Pontius tags. Runners at the corners, 2 down. Ball hit very well from Jordan. Tyler Rich at the plate with runners at the corners. Rich has 2 hits, a double, a single, and a run scored. Called out on strikes his last time up. Jacob DeGrom, the winner for the Mets. Waka took the loss for the Cardinals. Familiar with his first save of the season. First pitch is slapped foul to the right side. Tyler Rich, 2-run homer in game number 1. Couple of hits here in the nightcap. Takes this one down low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Check that, a 2-run single. 2-run homer was another man, Wyatt Reed. Here's a 1-1. And he fouls this back. He took a big rip. Down in the count, a ball and 2 strikes. So 1 and 2, 2 outs, runners at the corners. Macedon's pitch in the dirt. That's going to allow a runner to take second. Reed into second. Hall does keep the ball in front. That keeps Pontius at third. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Macedon from the windup, and he struck him out. First 2 men hit their way aboard. They both come in to score. So 2 runs, 3 hits, 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the 7th. The Eagles need 3 to tie. Bottom of the 7th, hitters 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Eagles. Alexo, Hall, and Cavedo. They're going to face a new pitcher for the Tigers. Number 17, freshman Darius Blasingame from St. Petersburg, Florida. This is a save situation. The Tigers have a 3-run lead. Blasingame, no record. No saves, 4.02 ERA. He has pitched 15 2/3 innings, 7 runs, all earned. AJ Alexo had an RBI single his last time up. He's 1 for 3, leading off in the bottom of the 7th. Blasinghame's first pitch misses outside for ball 1. Eagles need at least 2 base runners. They trail by 3. 7 unanswered runs by the Tigers. Here's the 1-0. Misses downstairs for ball 2. Blasingame has allowed 18 hits. He has walked 7 and struck out 7. No balls, 2 strikes. Check that, 2 balls, no strikes. Read it backwards, and there's strike 1. Do 14 innings, you're bound to say one thing backwards. So the 2-1 count to the senior A.J. Alexo. Breaking ball outside, good eye from Alexo. Started to move his hands, pulled it back, recognized it was breaking away. 3 balls and a strike. Last in game from the stretch. Hot shot right at Rich, and again, tough luck for the Eagles. They have found some holes in game number 2, but most everything they've hit hard has been right at someone or had it run down. So 1 away, Tyler Rich in the perfect position. David Hall at the plate. He is 0 for 2 officially. He has an RBI. He was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded in the second. Eagles have really hit the ball well all afternoon, but defense like that by the Tigers has thwarted opportunities for the Eagles. There's a good fastball for a strike. 1 away, Blasingame looking for the save. Guerrera would stand to be the winner if the score holds up. Here's the 0-1. Chopper headed up toward the middle. Grabbed by Pontius, throw to first in time for out number 2. So 2 away. Eagles down to their final out. It's first baseman David Cavedo. He is 2 for 3 with an RBI. Two outs, base is empty for Cavedo. Darius Blasingame with the pitch, and downstairs for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Cavedo at the plate. Breaking ball misses away. Four-run 6th inning put Ed Waters ahead. They tacked on some insurance in the 7th. 7-4 is the score. Blasingame 2-0. The pitch taken for strike 1. So 2 balls and a strike. Remember, the Eagles will play Voorhees College 2 straight doubleheaders next Friday and Saturday. There's strike 2 called. Count even now at 2-2. Ed Waters is heading south to Miami. They're going to play Florida Memorial this coming Tuesday. Here's the 2-2. High pop foul, out of play. Look out, someone's over there, and everything's all right. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Blasingame takes a long look in. And the freshman from St. Petersburg delivers and misses down low. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Boca Ciega High School is where he last pitched. 5 foot 8 inch freshman, 203 pounds. Payoff pitch coming to Cavedo. High pop up, and we'll do it again. Richard on deck, waiting for a chance. Cavedo needs to reach for that to happen. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And here comes the pitch. Called strike 3, and that'll do it. Blasingame strikes out the 3rd man. He ends up with the save. Final score, Ed Waters 7, Trinity Baptist 4. The winning pitcher, Manuel Guerrera, 3 2/3 innings, 1 run, it was earned, 3 hits. Nick McAdon takes the loss. Couple of innings pitched. He allowed 3 runs. So that'll do it for this afternoon's doubleheader, the 3-game series. All go to the Tigers from Edward Waters College. Good friends on the field, great sportsmanship. I want to thank you for watching us here on TBC Eagles on YouTube Live. Dean Bureau's our cameraman. Alexa Goodwin runs the scoreboard. Coach John Copeland leads the Eagles. Coach Reginald Johnson picks up win number 195, just 5 more to that milestone 200. I'd like to thank you again for tuning in, saying good night. God bless you from Trinity Baptist College. I'm Ray Bureau.